Hello and welcome to Kids Corner. It's Shirley and Sir Winston, and today we're going to make Mary for our toilet paper nativity set. You can see I've got 3 Marys in front of Sir Winston, and I'm going to tell you how to make them. They have different levels of difficulty, so it can be for all ages. To make it easier, we do have a pattern with instructions. You can find it in the comments of the United Churches for Dartmouth or Grace Facebook site, or you can send for it at the email address that's below. And if you have this, well, you'll need a printer to print it out, and that will give you the paper. If not, you're going to need some scrap paper. You'll need scissors, pencil, an eraser, crayons, markers, glue, and of course the toilet paper roll. And no matter what difficulty you're making, take off the paper. And you may wonder why I'm wearing this headscarf, and that's to give you an idea about a little bit about the design of making Mary, because we're going to assume that she had a scarf on, and so you're really only going to see a little bit of her hair, and the rest is covered up. So let's make the easiest one first. And so when I started this, I colored the entire toilet paper roll one color. And I cut out the face and hands from the pattern and colored them. And you'll want to color them because the paper is quite white, and Mary comes from the Middle East. And so her skin, well, actually nobody's skin, is as white as the paper. So when you finish coloring your face, pick up your toilet paper roll that's colored and, we'll glue on Mary's face. Now the pattern also has hands, which I've cut out and colored. And when you color your hands, you'll want to use the same color that you colored your face so that they'll match skin tone. So put glue on each one, and there we have the easiest Mary done. Now, to make the next level of difficulty of Mary, I have a couple of heads drawn out, one with a face drawn in, one without, so you can decide whether or not you just want to color the face that's there, or if you want to draw in a face. So what I've done is I have colored in a face for Mary. I'm going to put the face, just hold it on the toilet paper roll. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark roughly where her neck goes. And I'm going to use that placement to draw out the clothes that Mary's going to wear. I'm going to draw in shoulders going out from each side, and that will tell me where her robe and dress will be, and above the shoulders will be the headscarf. And I've already done this out, and so you can see a little easier. You're going to color in more than where the face would go so that you wouldn't have any space. So the neck would be about here, and I've drawn out what would be a shoulder with a line on either side for where the cloak would be. You leave that space open for the dress, and there's the headscarf. So then I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to put some glue on the face and spread it around. Pick up my toilet paper roll and glue the face on like that. And what we have left is the hands. Now the design for the hands is the same as for the easier Mary, but what you can do, if you want, is draw out lines for fingers. And sometimes it's helpful to look at your own hand to see, okay, how tall some of the fingers are and where the thumb goes. And if you've done that, when you glue it on, you want to pay attention, because if your hand is at rest on, say, your stomach, your thumb is sticking up, and so we want to put the hands on Mary as if it's coming out from the robe, and we'll have the thumb sticking up. So we'll put some glue on the other one. Spread it around with my finger. And we'll put it. And you can see what the second Mary looks like. Now, our third Mary, this is the most difficult one, and really what it says in the pattern is that you can draw it yourself. And so for this one, I've used a darker color toilet paper roll, and I thought, okay, it might be hard to see the whites of the eyes, and I drew out eyes on a piece of paper, cut them out, and colored them in. But I've made other ones since, and it's just fine to take a fine marker and color in the eyes on your own. Then kind of lightly draw out the face, nose, mouth, eyebrows. It's easier to do this if you are putting in eyes like this, gluing in your eyes, to glue them in first, draw around it. And again, the same idea that she's wearing a headscarf. We're going to show a little bit more of her hair at the bottom, shoulders, and to do it a little differently, I've kind of added sleeves to a robe that come out on a dress and drawn out hands, color it in. And so that's our more expert version of Mary. Mary was really quite a remarkable woman, certainly a young woman, and can you imagine being told by the angel Gabriel that you're going to have a child from God? So totally unexpected, turns your whole life upside down. I would really like it if you could send me a picture of the Mary that you made, and you can send it to the address that's on the screen. Shall we have a little prayer together? Loving God, thank you for the faith of Mary. Help us to be accepting of what you would have us do. Help us to be kind to others and to your world. Amen. And we'll see you next time at Kids Corner.